into that now. We'll go into that now. Now, we did a bit more research on that, and we found out that when the state, or any semi-state body, or any, if you like, auspices of the state, be it semi-state bodies, be it companies, corporations of the state, be it county council, be it the ESB, be it the health and safety executive, and so on and so forth. All of those, I suppose, businesses there in, or corporations, whatever you want to call them, are attached to the state. When they go after you in any matter whatsoever, they're going to after you as a criminal. Okay? So anything related to any of the offences or acts or codes or statutes that they're going to after you for, it's a criminal matter. The state, when they come after you, they're treating you as criminals. Factually. Yes?
So I just been involved in the campaign against household charge and property tax in Balbriggan.
Yeah.
So I attended a couple of legal seminars, and basically the difference between the household charge, the correct, is a criminal matter, but the property tax is a civil matter.
Why? What makes you say that?
It's not me, it's just two barristers who actually addressed the legal seminar. There were 97 statutes brought in by the government.
Okay.
I mean, you know, we hear all about discussing it, but one of them was, for example, the statute of limitations is gone. If you owe somebody money or they owe you money, you've got 7 years to go after them.
Right, well, our research has told us something different, but I would say our research has told us that anything relating to the state, if they go out, including revenue, they're treating it as a criminal matter, they're prosecuting you as a criminal. Now, the proof of the pudding comes when you ask the question. Getting an opinion of a barrister really doesn't count for that much. It doesn't, as we'll find out a bit later. We'll back that up. Now,
sorry, I'm just intrigued that there's differences. I mean, the wording of everything has been deliberately vague. It is deliberately set out to cause as much confusion as possible.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, look.
No, that's right. We'll go down to the story because you can see there the questions that we'll have asked, and you'll see why. You know what you're saying is correct, essentially. So. Yeah. Okay. Well, just so as we know everybody's aware of this, we'd like to answer questions at the end. We want to get the material out, and then we'll answer questions at the end for everybody. Right. So let's get into the story. Peter Anthony Keegan came to us to the School of Criminology, and we said, yes, we will work with you. After 2 weeks, we had gotten him a defence. Okay. He's the first man in the country to be prosecuted and declaration of household charge. And you can see there, that is actually the summons. Just to back up what we were saying, that's actually the summons that was served on Peter Anthony Keegan. And he was due in court on the 4th of October. What's the next slide that you have? Okay. Now, when we were doing our research, we did two things. First thing we did was we started making phone calls that we recorded. We called up the Household Charge Bureau to find out about the Act and the application forms and some other stuff in order to try and build a defence for Peter Anthony Keegan. We called Andy Kenny's constituency office, we called Phil Hogan's constituency office, we called the Household Charge Bureau, the LGMA and the Minister of Environment's office. We asked loads of questions, and what we primarily found out, in the region, we met in the region of 12 calls, and we found that out of 10 of 12 calls, the people that we spoke to had not read the Act that we were calling about. They had not read the Act. They had also not read the statutory instrument that we wanted to find out about. Now, two of the people that we spoke to, and one was, what's his name? Brian Gorman. He admitted to having read the Act, but when we pushed him on questions, he wouldn't answer our questions, and then he hung up. Okay, and it's the same with the other man as well. We phoned somebody in Phil Hogan's constituency office, and when we pushed him on the questions, he didn't answer them, and then he hung up. Okay. That was fine. We made our phone calls, we recorded the calls. Then we were kind of worried. So what we did was, we set out and asked questions about the Act itself, the statutory instruments, the Bill of Exchange itself, the application form, the summons that were sent to Peter Anthony Keegan, so on and so forth. So we came up with 111 questions. The first question that we had was this matter in the district court civil or criminal? Now, we wrote, first of all, to Phil and the lads, and all the people that are named up there on the left. Now, we won't go through them, but it's all on the internet, and we can name them later if we need to. So we asked these people in these departments and in these jobs all these questions, and did we get an answer? We asked for answers within 7 days because this man was being prosecuted. Did we get answers? No, we got no answers. So then what we did was, 7 days later we wrote them another letter and we gave them 72 hours, because we were nice people, to answer the questions. Did we get answers? No. Now we warned them that in the letter, if they didn't answer our questions, all of our questions within 72 hours, after the 7 days, we were going to take them into the High Court. Okay? Now, when people hear that, they sort of sigh and think, oh my God, this is going too far. How much does it cost to bring somebody, anybody, the state, members of the state, people that work for the state, Phil Hogan, Andy Kenny, how much does it cost to bring any of those parties, persons or people into the court?
20 grand a day.
20 grand a day.
120 euros.
Right. 157 euros. Okay, now who knew that? Okay. 2, 3 people knew this, 4 people knew this, 5 people knew this. It costs 157 euros for you to bring a case into the High Court. 157 euros. Now that's another thing that should be in the back of your mind. Why does it cost thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands? Well, if you engage with the legal professions, the barristers, the solicitors, the lawyers, it will cost you thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands. But if you, as a lay litigant, as a common man or woman, go in there and take these people on, or these bodies on, you can take 10 of them on at one time if you want to, for 157 euros. Anybody can do that.
They charge you so much because everybody has to get a kickback.
Correct. Kickbacks galore. Okay? Some more useful information, we hope. Now, what's this? This is the court summons. So that is proof that we did actually issue the summons. It went out and it was issued to these people. Next slide. Now, just as a point there as well, just go back a second. We issued the summons, or Peter Anthony Keegan issued the summons mentioned to all the defendants in a private capacity. So he was suing these parties for acting out of office. Okay? Now the question we have now that is being raised is, why is the state solicitor representing all of these parties? Well, this is a private civil issue. Why is that going on? Why